Hello and welcome back to the Deep Dive, the English language. But we aren't just memorizing lists for a test.
Right. It's not about grammar rules or where to put a comma.
Exactly. It's about the words we use to build who we are.
Okay, I'm with you.
We're doing a deep dive into the vocabulary of what I'm calling inner strength.
Inner strength.
We're going to explore 30 specific words. Yes, 30. That describe how we handle stress, how we treat other people, and how we keep standing when life tries to knock us down.
And this is so important because, as a learner, I often feel stuck. I get stuck with the basic words.
Like what?
I feel happy, I feel sad, I am strong, I am weak. But life is so much more complicated than that.
It really is.
When I'm in a job interview, for instance, and they ask about my weaknesses or when I'm trying to explain a fight I had with a friend, the word sad just isn't enough. It doesn't cover it.
It's not enough at all. Words are tools, and if you only have a hammer, you can only hit things.
Right.
But if you have a screwdriver and a wrench and a saw, you can build a house. So today, we are giving you 30 precise tools for your character.
30 tools.
These are words for your resume, for your relationships, and honestly, for your own internal monologue, your own thoughts. When you can understand what you're feeling, you can manage it better.
A character work. I like that concept. So we've got a lot of ground to cover, 30 words. Where are we starting?
We're going to start with the heat.
The heat.
Segment 1 is all about staying cool under pressure. We all know that feeling your heart starts racing, your face gets hot, and you just want to scream.
Oh, I know that feeling very, very well. Like yesterday when I was stuck in traffic for 40 minutes and I was going to be late for the dentist.
Oh, that's a perfect example. The dentist is stressful enough without the traffic.
Tell me about it.
Well, that brings us to our very first word, the absolute foundation of staying cool. Patience.
Patience. Okay, I hear this all the time. Be patient, have patience. But let's really break it down. Is it just waiting?
That's the thing. It's more than just waiting. Ideally, patience is the ability to wait calmly without anger or frustration.
Calmly.
That's the key, without anger. So if you're sitting in your car in that traffic jam and you're hitting the steering wheel and screaming inside your head,
Which I was.
then you are waiting, yes, but you are not practicing patience.
Okay, so I was definitely not practicing patience yesterday. I was practicing angry waiting.
Angry waiting. I like that. Yes, patience is an active state. It's a choice you make to stay calm when time is moving too slowly for your liking. It's all about your reaction to the delay.
So let's try to use this. If I'm complaining, I might say, I hate this line at the bank. Why is it so slow?
Right. That's the impatient complaint. Now, how would a person with inner strength, using our new tool, rephrase that situation?
Okay, maybe. The line is long, but I will practice patience and check my emails while I wait.
Perfect. Do you see the shift there?
Yeah, I'm not fighting it anymore.
You accepted the situation. You transformed the waiting time. You moved from being a victim of the time to being in control of your reaction to it.
It is a choice. You can be a patient person or you can be an impatient person.
Precisely. Now, patience is mostly about time or delays, but what about when the problem isn't a clock? What about when the problem is a person?
People. People are much harder than clocks.
They certainly are. And that leads us directly to word number 2, tolerance.
Tolerance. Okay, I feel like this word gets used in politics a lot, but what does it mean on a personal day-to-day level?
On a personal level, tolerance is the ability to accept differences or annoying behavior without complaining and without trying to change the other person.
Okay, give me a scenario.
Right. So imagine you live in an apartment and your neighbor, let's call him Bob. Bob decides to learn the drums.
Oh, no.
And Bob practices every single evening at 7 p.m.
Oh, I do not like Bob.
And you don't have to like Bob. That is the absolute secret of tolerance. You don't have to enjoy the noise. But if you have tolerance, you accept that he has a right to practice, or you just accept that the walls are thin and you don't go bang on his door every single night.
So wait, does tolerance mean I'm weak? Does it mean I just let people walk all over me?
That's a great question, and it's a really common misunderstanding.
No.
Tolerance isn't weakness. It's actually a form of strength. It's about saving your energy.
It's saving my energy.
Think about it. If you fight every single thing you dislike, every loud noise, every differing opinion, every bad driver, you will be exhausted, completely drained. Tolerance is saying, I don't like this, but I can live with it.
I see. So I can say, I have a high tolerance for spicy food, which means I can handle it.
Exactly.
Or I have no tolerance for rude people.
Yes. That's perfect. I have no tolerance for rude people means you will not accept that behavior, you'll speak up, or you'll leave. It's about drawing a line.
Got it. Okay. So patience is for time, tolerance is for annoyances or differences. Now, what's the feeling inside when we are doing all this well?
That brings us to word number 3, calmness.
Calmness. This one seems pretty simple. It just means not stressing out.
It does, but let's look at it as a state of mind. Calmness is a peaceful and relaxed mental state. It's the absence of agitation. Think about the physical sensation.
Okay.
Your shoulders drop, your breathing slows down, your mind isn't racing.
It's how I feel after a long walk or maybe sitting in a quiet cafe with a book.
Yes, it's a manageable, everyday kind of peace. But what if we want to go deeper? What if we want a word that sounds almost magical or spiritual?
I think I know where you're going with this. Is it serenity?
It is serenity, word number 4.
I love this word. It just sounds so soft. Serenity.
It's a beautiful word for a beautiful feeling. Serenity is deep, untroubled calm. While calmness might be something you maintain during a stressful meeting, serenity is usually something you find.
Find where?
Usually in nature or in deep meditation. It implies a total lack of worry. It's profound.
So I probably wouldn't say I felt serenity when I found my car keys.
No, that would be relief. Serenity is much bigger than that. Why don't you try to make a sentence using serenity in a landscape?
Okay. How about, I looked out at the ocean at sunset and felt a deep sense of serenity.
Perfect. That paints a picture. It implies the whole world just stopped moving for a moment. It's a very poetic word.
Okay, but sadly, we can't live on a beach.
No, we can't.
We have to work. We have to deal with bosses and deadlines and, crazy stuff. What about being calm when things are chaotic?
That is the ultimate skill. And it's our 5th word in this section. Composure.
Composure? It sounds professional.
It is very professional.
Yeah.
Composure is the state of being calm and in control of oneself, specifically under pressure.
So, the building is on fire, but you're just walking slowly and calmly to the exit.
Ideally, yes. Or, let's take a more common example, a job interview.
Oh, yeah, maximum stress.
Exactly. Inside, you're terrified. Your hands are sweating. Your heart is going boop, boop, boop. But on the outside,
You're smiling.
you're smiling. You're speaking slowly. You're answering the questions clearly.
You are wearing a mask of calm.
Exactly. You are maintaining your composure. We often use it with the verbs keep or lose.
He completely lost his composure and started shouting at everyone.
Yes. And in a professional setting, losing your composure is usually a very bad thing.
So if I'm in a difficult negotiation, I need to tell myself, keep your composure. Don't let them see you sweat.
That is the perfect advice. So that's our first tool set for staying cool. Patience for time, tolerance for differences, calmness for the baseline state, serenity for deep peace, and composure for the mask you wear under pressure.
I feel more relaxed just talking about them.
Good, because now we're going to change gears. We're going to toughen up.
Okay.
Segment 2 is called The Power to Keep Going.
All right. No more beaches. Now we're climbing mountains.
Exactly. And for you as a language learner, this next word is maybe the most important one in the entire dictionary. Word number 6, perseverance.
Perseverance. Wow, it's a long word. 5 syllables. Perseverance.
It's a big word for a very big concept. Perseverance means continuing to do something even when it is difficult or it takes a long time. It means you do not quit.
Like learning English.
Precisely.
It never ends. Some days I feel like I am not improving at all. I study and study and I still make the same mistakes.
But you show up, you study, you listen to this. That action, that repeated action of not quitting is perseverance.
Can I use it to describe a person? He is a perseverance person.
Not quite. That's a common mistake.
Yeah.
Perseverance is the noun, the thing you have.
Yeah.
So you would say, he has great perseverance.
Okay.
Or you could use the adjective and say, he is perseverant, though that's a little less common. Usually we talk about showing perseverance.
Okay. I failed the test, but I showed perseverance and studied even harder for the next one.
Excellent example. Now, closely related to this is word number 7, determination.
Determination. Okay, I often confuse this with perseverance. Are they just synonyms?
They're best friends, but they are different. Think of it this way. Determination is the mindset.
The mindset.
It's the feeling inside your gut, that fire that says, I will do this, no matter what.
And perseverance.
Perseverance is the action of actually doing it day after day.
That is a really helpful distinction. So determination is the fire, the decision, and perseverance is the walking, the journey.
I love that analogy. Yes, that's perfect. Determination fuels your perseverance. You need determination to start the journey, and you need perseverance to finish it.
So I'm determined to lose weight means I have made a very strong decision in my mind.
Yes, that's the mindset.
And I showed perseverance by going to the gym every day for a year. Describes the action that followed.
You've got it. Now, what if the difficulty is physical?
Mm-hmm.
Like, running a really long race. Then we move to word number 8, endurance.
Endurance. This sounds sporty.
It is very common in sports.
Yeah.
Endurance is the ability to sustain an activity for a long time, especially if it's painful or tiring.
Like a marathon runner, they need endurance.
Exactly. A sprinter, a 100-meter runner, they need explosive speed. A marathon runner needs endurance. But it's not just physical. You can have mental endurance. Imagine studying for a PhD.
Oh, wow. Yeah, years of just reading and writing and thinking.
You need intellectual endurance, the ability to focus for hours, days, weeks, years, even when you're bored or tired of the topic.
I think parenting requires endurance, too.
Lex. Oh, the ultimate endurance test. Sleep deprivation, crying babies, endless questions. Yes, parents have incredible mental and physical endurance.
Okay, so sometimes, despite all our endurance and perseverance, life hits us hard. We fall down. We fail.
It happens to everyone.
It does.
And the question isn't if you'll fall, but how quickly can you get back up? This brings us to word number 9. A huge favorite of psychologists everywhere, resilience.
Resilience. Yes, I see this word in every self-help book these days.
And for good reason. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Imagine a rubber band.
I'm picturing a rubber band in my hand.
If you pull it, that's stress. You stretch out. It's under tension. But what happens when you let go of the stress?
It snaps right back to its original shape.
Exactly. That is resilience. Or think of a ball. If you drop a glass on the floor, it shatters. It has zero resilience. If you drop a rubber ball,
it bounces right back up.
It bounces back.
So does being resilient mean I never get hurt? That I'm like, yeah, Superman with skin of steel?
No, and that is a very, very important point. Being resilient doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It doesn't mean you don't get sad or angry or disappointed.
Yep.
It means that after you feel those things, after you cry, you wash your face and you keep moving forward. You don't stay broken.
I really like that. So a good sentence would be, after losing his job, he showed amazing resilience by finding a new career within a month.
Perfect. He got knocked down, but he bounced back.
Okay.
Now, we have one last word in this strength section, and honestly, it's the heaviest word of them all. Word number 10, fortitude.
Fortitude. That sounds like a fortress, like a strong castle.
Good ear. They come from the same root word in Latin, fortis, meaning strong. Fortitude is courage in pain or adversity, but it's a very formal, very serious word.
So I wouldn't use it for small things.
You definitely wouldn't say, I showed fortitude when I dropped my ice cream cone.
Okay, right. That's just sad.
Exactly.
So when do I use it? For what kind of situation?
You use it for major life events. Someone fighting a serious illness without complaining. A firefighter running into a burning building. Doctors working in a war zone. It implies a quiet, stoic, deep strength in the face of real danger or profound pain.
Can you give me a practice exercise for this one? It feels a little hard to use naturally.
Sure. Try to describe a historical hero or a group of people in a tough situation using fortitude.
How about, the soldiers endured the freezing winter with great fortitude.
That is an excellent sentence. It gives the statement dignity. It shows you respect their struggle. It's a powerful word.
So that's our strength group. Perseverance is the action of not quitting. Determination is the mindset. Endurance is the stamina, physical or mental. Resilience is the bounce back. And fortitude is that deep, quiet courage.
You got them. Now, we're going to turn that strength inward.
Okay.
Segment 3 is mastering yourself. This is all about self-regulation.
Oh, controlling myself. This is the hardest part, especially when there is pizza involved.
The laughs. We will definitely talk about the pizza. But let's start with the broad concept first. Word number 11. Self-control.
Self-control, it seems. Self-explanatory.
It is, but it's vital. Self-control is the ability to control oneself, in particular one's emotions and desires, especially in difficult situations. It's the pause button.
Pause button. I like that.
Someone insults you. Your immediate reptilian brain reaction is to insult them back. Self-control is the pause button that stops you from saying something you'll regret.
Or when I want to buy a very expensive watch that I absolutely cannot afford, and my pause button stops me from taking out my credit card.
Financial self-control. Essential. Now, closely related is word 12, which is simply control.
Just control, not self-control.
Yes. We often talk about being in control. It's broader than self-control. It's just you are the driver of the car of your life, not just a passenger being thrown around.
So if I am very emotional, crying, shouting, I am out of control.
Exactly. And when you calm down, you regain control. Now let's look at the battery that powers this control. Word 13, willpower.
Willpower. This is the pizza word, isn't it?
This is the pizza word. Willpower is the mental energy or strength that you use to resist an urge or a temptation.
Urges like smoking or eating junk food or just hitting the snooze button instead of waking up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine you are on a diet. You walk past a bakery. You smell the fresh bread. Your stomach growls. Your brain says bread.
I buy the bread.
Laughs. Then your willpower was low in that moment. If you have strong willpower, you grit your teeth and you walk past the bakery.
People often say, I have no willpower.
Yes, it's a very common phrase. I have no willpower when it comes to chocolate. It means you simply cannot resist.
But willpower runs out, doesn't it? Like a muscle.
Yeah.
If I say no to the bread and then later I say no to the pizza, eventually I get tired and I'll eat the whole bag of chips.
You are absolutely right. Psychologists say willpower is a limited resource. It gets depleted. That is why word 14 is so important. Discipline.
Discipline. That sounds strict. Like the military. Drop and give me 20 push-ups.
It can have that meaning, for sure. But in terms of character, discipline is the practice of training yourself to obey rules or a code of behavior. It's about building habits, not just using energy.
Can you explain the difference between willpower and discipline again? I feel like they are still very similar.
Of course. Think of it this way. Willpower is a fight.
A fight.
It's an internal battle. You fight the urge to eat the cookie right now. Discipline is a system, a strategy. Discipline is not buying the cookies at the grocery store in the first place so you don't have to fight them later at home.
So discipline is smarter than willpower.
Discipline is more reliable. Willpower is for emergencies. Discipline is for every day. You don't brush your teeth in the morning because you have strong willpower. You do it because you have the discipline of a daily routine. It's a habit.
I see. So he showed great discipline by studying for 1 hour every single morning before breakfast.
Exactly. He doesn't decide every morning whether to study or not. He just does it. It's his system.
Okay, but does all this discipline mean we can never have fun, never eat the pizza?
I hope not. Life would be very boring.
It would.
And that brings us to our next word, number 15, moderation.
Moderation.
Moderation is the avoidance of excess or extremes. It means being balanced, not too much, not too little.
So eating pizza is okay?
Yes, of course, but not the whole pizza every night. Maybe 2 slices once a week.
The famous phrase, everything in moderation.
Exactly. It's a very healthy philosophy for life. Try making a sentence about social media using the word moderation.
Okay. I love looking at Instagram, but I try to use it in moderation so that I can actually get my work done.
Perfect. You don't delete the app entirely. That would be extreme. But you also don't scroll for 5 hours a day. That is also extreme. You find the middle path. That is moderation.
So for self-regulation, we have self-control, which is the pause button, control being the driver, willpower, the muscle to say no, discipline, the system of good habits, and moderation, finding the balance.
You are mastering this. Now let's look outward. We've worked on ourselves. Now, how do we treat other people?
Okay.
Segment 4 is how we treat others. These are what you might call social virtues.
Relationships are the hardest part of life, so I definitely need these words.
Starts with word 16. Understanding.
Understand, like I understand English grammar.
In a way, yes. But as a character trait, understanding means being sympathetically aware of other people's feelings or their situations. It's about seeing beyond the surface.
Give me an example.
Okay. Imagine a friend cancels your dinner plans at the very last minute.
I would be annoyed. I'd be looking at my watch thinking about the reservation.
Right. That's the first reaction.
Yeah.
But imagine they cancel because their child is sick.
Yeah.
If you are an understanding person, you don't get mad. You immediately say, I get it. Don't worry about me at all. Go take care of your child.
So understanding is dropping your own ego for a moment to see their reality.
Beautifully put, yes. And this leads directly to the next word, which is even deeper. Word 17, empathy.
Empathy. I always get confused here. What is the difference between sympathy and empathy?
This is a classic question. Sympathy is feeling bad for someone.
For them.
Yes. You are standing on the outside looking in. You see them in a hole and you say, oh, poor you. That looks sad down there.
And empathy.
Empathy is feeling with them. You climb down into the hole with them. You put yourself in their shoes. You imagine what it actually feels like to be them. And you say, I know what it's like down here. And you're not alone.
So it's much deeper. It's about emotional connection.
Yes. If your friend is crying, sympathy hands them a tissue. Empathy sits down and cries with them.
So I could say, I felt deep empathy for the refugees because my own grandparents were refugees too.
Yes. That's a perfect use. You feel their struggle because you have a connection to it. Now, what do you do with that empathy? You act on it. Word 18 is kindness.
Kindness. Just being nice.
Yes. But nice can be a bit passive. You can be nice by just smiling and not causing trouble. Kindness is active. It is being generous, helpful, and caring. It's an action word.
So holding the door for someone, that's an act of kindness.
Yes, or helping a tourist find their way, or bringing soup to a sick friend. Kindness is love in action.
I like that definition. Now, related to kindness is word 19, gentleness. Gentleness. This makes you think of soft things like a feather or a kitten.
It should.
Yeah.
Gentleness is the quality of being kind, tender, or mild-mannered. It's the opposite of roughness or aggression. It's about the way you are kind.
Like how you touch a baby, very carefully.
Exactly. Or how you speak to someone who is heartbroken. You don't shout advice at them. You use a soft voice. You are gentle with their feelings.
He's a very big, strong man, but he treats his little dogs with such gentleness.
That is a lovely image. It shows strength that is controlled by gentleness. Now, word 20 is a very special trait and one that is sometimes misunderstood. Humility.
Humility, being humble. Is that like having low self-esteem, like thinking you're bad at everything?
No. And please, everyone listening, remember this. Humility is not thinking you are garbage. That's not it at all. Humility is having a modest or low view of one's own importance.
What's the difference? That sounds similar.
The writer C.S. Lewis had a great quote about this. He said, humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less.
Oh, I like that. So you aren't obsessed with yourself. You're not the center of the universe.
Exactly. If you win a gold medal, a person without humility runs around screaming, I am the king of the world. You are all losers compared to me.
Right. But a person with humility would say, thank you to my coach. Thank you to my team. I worked hard, but I had a lot of help.
That is humility. You can be confident. You can be skilled. But you remain humble because you recognize the role others played.
Okay. I get it. Now, the last word in this social section is a bit of a fancy one. Word 21, forbearance. Forbearance. That sounds like something from a Jane Austen novel.
It is a bit literary, you're right. Forbearance is patient self-control while suffering annoyance or injury. It's often used in legal or financial context, but in terms of character, it means holding back.
Holding back what?
Holding back punishment or anger that you are justified in feeling. You have a right to be angry, but you choose not to be.
Can you give me a real-life example of that?
Sure. Imagine someone owes you money. They are late paying you back again. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to yell or send a strong message. But, they just lost their job and are having a very hard time. So you wait. You are kind about it. You give them more time.
So it combines patience, self-control, and kindness all in one word.
Yes, it's a very powerful combination. You show forbearance.
The teacher showed forbearance with the noisy class because she knew it was the last day before the holidays.
Exactly. She could have shouted, but she chose to hold back. So our social words are understanding, empathy, kindness, gentleness, humility, and forbearance.
These are the words that make people, that make people like you.
They are the words that build community. That's right. Now let's move to segment 5, balance and state of mind. This is about how you stand in the world.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Word 22 is stability.
Stability.
Yeah.
Like a table that doesn't wobble.
Exactly like that. But for a human, stability is emotional firmness. It means you are reliable, consistent.
So, not changing moods every 5 minutes.
Right. We all know someone who is super happy 1 minute and then screaming the next and then crying the minute after that. They lack emotional stability.
It is exhausting to be around people like that. You never know who you're going to get.
Exactly. A stable person is like a rock. You can lean on them. Now, to achieve stability, you often need word 23, Balance.
Balance.
Balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. In life, it means not letting one part of your life completely take over the other parts.
The famous work-life balance.
The classic example.
Yeah.
If you work 16 hours a day, you might have a lot of money, but you probably have no friends and poor health. You're off balance.
And if you party all the time, you have friends but no money, and you fail your exams.
Also off balance.
Yeah.
You need to find that middle point. And when you have balance, you might find word 24, harmony.
Harmony.
Right.
In music,
Yeah.
with the different notes.
Yes, it's a perfect metaphor. Think of a choir. If everyone sings their correct note, it sounds beautiful. That's harmony. If one person sings the wrong note, it's just noise.
So how does a person have harmony?
It can mean that your actions match your beliefs. You aren't fighting with yourself. Your head and your heart are in agreement. Or it can mean your family is getting along. We lived in perfect harmony.
That sounds really peaceful. How do we get there?
One very popular tool is word 25, mindfulness.
Oh, this word is everywhere now. There are apps, books, breathing exercises.
It is very trendy, but the definition is actually quite simple. Mindfulness is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something, specifically the present moment.
So, not looking at your phone while you eat lunch.
Yes, that's a perfect example. If you're eating an apple, mindfulness means actually tasting the apple, feeling the crunch, not worrying about your email, not regretting what you said yesterday, just eating the apple.
It is so much harder than it sounds. My brain is always jumping around to the past or the future.
That's why it is a practice, not a perfect state. You can say, I practiced mindfulness by listening to the sound of the rain. And finally, for this section, word 26, acceptance.
Acceptance. We talked about tolerance earlier. Is this similar?
It's related, but acceptance is deeper. Tolerance can be a bit grudging. Oh, okay, fine, I'll tolerate the noise. Acceptance is the action of consenting to receive or undertake something offered. In psychology, it means stopping the fight against reality.
Give me a hard scenario.
Okay, imagine it rains on your wedding day.
Yeah.
You planned a beautiful outdoor wedding.
Oh, that is a nightmare. I would be so angry. I would be crying and thinking, why me? This isn't fair.
Right, that's the resistance. But does the crying stop the rain? Acceptance is looking at the sky, taking a deep breath and saying, okay, it is raining. We will move the party inside and we're going to have fun anyway.
It's making peace with the truth, even if you don't like it.
Yes, there's a formula that says suffering equals pain times resistance. The pain is the rain. You can't change that. But if you remove the resistance, if you accept, the suffering goes way down.
That is deep. So she showed great acceptance of her diagnosis and focused all her energy on her treatment.
Perfect usage. So that's our balance section. Stability, balance, harmony, mindfulness, and acceptance.
We are almost there. We've done 26. What's the final section?
The final segment, segment 6, future and belief. This is all about your outlook, how you look at tomorrow.
I try to be positive, but it can be hard sometimes watching the news.
It is. And that is exactly why we need word 27, hope.
Hope. It's such a small word, but it feels huge.
It's essential for survival.
Yeah.
Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. It's the belief that things can get better, even if they're bad now.
I have hope for the future of the planet.
Yes. Without hope, we give up. Now, word 28 is similar, but it describes more of a personality trait, optimism.
Optimism. That's positive thinking, right?
Yes. Optimism is hopefulness and confidence about the future or the successful outcome of something. It's a general tendency to see the good side of things.
The classic example, the glass is half full.
Exactly. The pessimist sees the glass as half empty. The optimist sees it as half full.
We need to be careful with the grammar here, right? I've made this mistake before.
Yes, this is a good point. Optimism is the noun. It's the thing you have.
Right.
If you're describing yourself, you use the adjective.
So it's wrong to say, I am optimistic.
Correct. You would say,
I am optimistic.
you got it. I am optimistic about my exam results.
Got it. Okay. Now, word 29 implies a relationship with someone else. Trust. Trust. Believing in someone.
Trust is a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something.
Like lending a friend your car.
You only do that if you trust them completely. Trust is the bridge between people. If you break it, it is very, very hard to fix.
It took years to build trust between them, but only a few seconds to break it.
A very wise and true sentence. And finally, word 30, the last one, faith.
Faith. Now, is this always a religious word?
It is often religious, yes, but not always. In a general sense, faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something, often without proof.
So I can have faith in myself.
Absolutely. Having faith in yourself means you believe you can handle whatever happens, even if you don't know what that will be. Or you can have faith in the process of learning.
It feels stronger than hope.
It is. Hope is a wish. Faith is a knowing. It's standing in the dark and knowing with certainty that the sun will rise.
Wow. We did it. 30 words.
30 words. From patience all the way to faith.
My brain is completely full, but I feel equipped. I feel like I have my tools now.
Well, let's do a quick review to see if they've really stuck. We can play a quick game. I'll call it What Word Is It?
Oh, boy. A pop quiz. Okay, I'm ready. I think.
I'll give you a scenario. You guess the best word. Ready?
Born ready.
Okay. Scenario 1. You are learning to play the guitar. Your fingers hurt. You sound terrible. You want to smash the guitar against the wall, but you don't. You come back the next day and practice again. And the next day. And the next day.
Okay, that is not just patience. That's active. I'm pushing through the difficulty even when it's hard. It's perseverance.
Perseverance. Correct. You've got it.
Okay, hit me with another one.
Scenario 2. You are a manager. Your team just made a huge mistake that cost the company a lot of money. You are furious inside. You want to scream. But you take a deep breath, you walk into the meeting room, you sit down calmly, you say, okay, team, let's figure out how to fix this. You do not look angry at all.
Ooh, okay. I'm hiding my stress. I'm saying cool under extreme pressure. That is composure.
Composure. Excellent. Or you could also say self-control. Both work very well there.
Okay, one more. Make it a hard one.
Scenario 3. Your best friend tells you they are getting a divorce. You don't just say, oh, that's too bad, I'm sorry to hear that. You sit with them. You remember a time when you felt terribly lonely and heartbroken. You feel their pain in your own chest. You might even cry with them.
That is the deep connection. It's not sympathy. It's feeling with them. It is empathy.
Empathy. You got it. 3 for 3. You've been listening well.
This was really, really helpful. You know, usually I just say he is a nice person or she is a strong woman. But now I can say she has amazing resilience and deep empathy. It paints a real 3D picture of a human being.
That is exactly the goal. Words give you definition. They give you clarity. If you can name it, you can build it in yourself.
I think my favorite word from today was resilience because life is always going to knock us down. And I really want to be the bouncing ball, not the broken glass.
That is a wonderful choice. My favorite, I think, is forbearance because it's a good reminder to be kind even when people are, well, really annoying me.
Wow. I definitely need to work on that one.
Well, we have reached the end of our deep dive. We learned 30 powerful words today to describe our character.
It was a great workout for the brain.
Now, I have a challenge for you, the listener. Yes, you.
What do they have to do? Is there homework?
Fun homework. I want you to pick just one word from today's list. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's fortitude. Maybe it's kindness. Just one.
And then?
Then I want you to practice it in real life today. Actively look for a chance to use it. If you're stuck in traffic, say to yourself, okay, I am practicing patience now. If you're tired at the gym, say, this is endurance.
Label your life with these new words. I like it.
And before we go, let's do a tiny speaking exercise to really lock this in. I'm going to say a sentence and I will leave a short silence. I want you, wherever you are, to repeat it out loud. Are you ready?
I'm going to do it too.
Okay. Here's the first one. I face difficulties with resilience.
I face difficulties with resilience.
Good. Next one. I treat others with empathy and kindness.
I treat others with empathy and kindness.
And the last one. I practice patience every day.
I practice patience every day.
Excellent work. You are building your inner strength one word at a time.
Thank you so much for this lesson. I feel ready for the day. And I think I'm going to have some pizza later in moderation, of course.
A perfect application. Keep learning, keep growing, and we will see you in the next deep dive. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.